If you watched any of my previous videos, it's pretty obvious that I don't own the best sounding microphone on the market. I use a pretty inexpensive microphone called the Rode Video Micro to record my videos. And it's the primary source of all the background noise you can hear in any of my videos. And it's the microphone I'm using to record right now. Because of this, I wanted to find out if there's anything that I can do in order to take the sound quality in my videos to the next level without breaking the bank. As previously mentioned, I use a very inexpensive microphone to record my videos with, called the Rode Video Micro. Even though it's way better than the built-in microphone in my camera, it has a tendency to pick up a lot of unwanted background noise. So therefore I've been using a software called Audacity. It helps me to reduce the background noise in all of my videos, but there always seems to be some background noise that I just can't seem to remove. So what is the solution? Well, the easiest would of course be to go out and buy a microphone with a much higher sound quality. But these types of microphones aren't cheap, and they usually come with a hefty price tag, making it a little less tempting. But recently I stumbled upon a video where somebody took a pretty cheap USB microphone and tweaked it in order to make it sound like a $2,000 one. So naturally this intrigued me and made me want to try it myself. A friend of mine showed me this $30 USB microphone that was on sale. And after a little bit of research, I decided that I wanted to try to take this pretty cheap microphone and tweak it in order to make it sound both more expensive and increase the sound quality. Now that the microphone is up and running, let's get started tweaking. But I'm not going to show you the entire process in depth, since this really wasn't my idea. But if you want a more step-by-step video, I would suggest you to watch the original video by Harris Heller. It's a very good video and they do a very good job at explaining what the different plugins do and how to tweak the microphone to your liking. So I'll leave a link to that video in the description or anywhere up here. The first thing we need to do is to download the plugins which we're going to use. And these are called Replugs or Reaper plugins. In order to make it easier for us to tweak the microphone, we're going to record a clip of us talking and use that as reference when we're tweaking using the plugins. Once you've done that, you go into Filter on your recording. From here, press the plus sign and write EQ. Now the Reaper plugin should show up in the drop-down menu. Once you have chosen the REQ plugin, you can use these 4 circles to adjust the EQ to your liking. And this is about what I ended up with. Do the same, press the plus sign, and the next plugin we're going to add is Noise Gate. Simply, the Noise Gate cuts out the background noise in your audio. Adjust the Noise Gate to your liking so that it cuts out the background noise but not your voice. The last plugin we're going to use is Compression. Add the Compression plugin the same way we added the two others and adjust the compression to your liking. The compression lowers the highest parts of our voice so that our voice stays at the same volume throughout our clip. Once you're satisfied with the result, you can start recording with your adjusted plugins. We are finally done tweaking the microphone, but in order to hear the difference, we're going to have to do some sound tests between the Suave microphone that I'm using right now, before and after the tweaking, and compare it to my previous microphone, the Rode Video Micro. 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test of the built-in microphone in my camera. 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test of the Rode Video Micro. 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test of the Suave Hydra. 1, 2, 3. This is a sound test of the Suave Hydra. At the time of recording this, I really don't know if there was any significant difference between the sound quality in the microphones before and after tweaking. But hopefully you were able to hear if there was any improvement in sound quality. Wow, I was not expecting there to be such a huge difference between the Suave Hydra and the Rode Video Micro. This is without a doubt where the major difference lies, even though they more or less cost the same. You really have to listen a lot closer if you're going to hear the difference between the Suave Hydra before and after the adjustments. The audio with the changes does sound a little more fuller and richer than the one without them. One of the reasons why I think that there weren't a bigger difference between them was because I was pretty conservative when I was adjusting the values in OBS. I didn't want to ruin the audio, so you can say that I was a little too careful. But this can always be changed later on. Comparing it to the Rode Video Micro, there was a massive difference in sound quality, and for some reason my voice sounds a lot more deeper with the new microphone. On top of that, there is a lot less background noise, which makes it a lot more comfortable to listen to. There is of course a limit to how much you can tweak a microphone. This $30 microphone will of course never be used in a professional setting, since there are certain things that this microphone just wouldn't be able to pick up, regardless of how much you tweak it. But when it comes to YouTube, for example, the audio is so compressed that it's actually possible to tweak a microphone like this one to sound a lot better. To conclude, I would recommend you to try this if you don't want to spend a huge amount of money on a new microphone. It's completely free to try, so I would without a doubt try to improve the microphone you already have if you're a little unsure if you're actually willing to spend a lot more money on a new one. As always, I hope this video was educational in some way or another, and that you did get something out of it and enjoyed watching the video. And I'll see you in the next one.